Good afternoon, students. In the last class, we have started with the exercise 7.10 and we have solved up to the third problem. So, in today's class, let us continue with the fourth question. It is integral 0 to 2 x into square root of x plus 2 dx. So, if you see the textbook, he has given the hint. The hint is put x plus 2 equal to t square. So, let us do that now. I will be taking this as I which is equals to integral 0 to 2 x into square root of x plus 2 dx. Then now put x plus 2 which is equals to t square, x plus 2 which is equals to t square. Now differentiate both the sides with respect to x. So we get 1 which is equals to 2t into dt by dx. 2t into dt by dx. So now take dx to the LHS. So dx which is equals to 2t dt. Now we have to change the limits as well. So here the variable is in terms of t now. So see here when x which is equals to 0, in place of x you write 0, t square equal to t, that is t equal to root 2. So we get t which is equals to root 2. Then now when x equal to 2, so put x equal to 2 here, 2 plus 2 it is 4, t square equal to 4, that means t equal to 2. So when x equal to 2, t is also 2. So now we have to rewrite the given integral. I which is equals to integral, what are the new limits now? 0 to 2 is going to be root 2 to 2. So I write root 2 then 2 here. Then what is x here? So from this we can write x as t square minus 2. ಈ ಪ್ಲಸ್ 2 ಈ ಕಡೆ ತಗೋರಿ minus 2 ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So here we have only x equal to t square minus 2. So t square minus 2. Then square root of x plus 2. X plus 2 is nothing but t square. So I write t square. Then what is dx here? Dx is going to be 2t dt. So here dx is 2t dt. So here square and root get cancels. I which is equals to integral root 2 to 2. Then here t square minus 2. Then here we have t into 2t, it is 2t square into dt. Now multiply 2t square with these two terms. I which is equals to integral root 2 to 2, then 2t square into t square will be 2 into t to the power 4 minus 2t square into 2 will be 4t square into dt. So now I which is equals to integrate them separately. Now I write 2 as it is, then integration of t raised to 4 will be t raised to 5 divided by 5 minus 4, I write it as it is, integration of t square will be t cube divided by 3. Then apply the limits. So it is root 2 to 2. Then now upper limit minus the lower limit. I which is equals to, see here it is 2 by 5. 2 by 5. In place 2 by 5 is a constant, I have written as it is. Then in place of t I have to write 2. So we get 2 to the power 5. Then minus 4 by 3 I write it as it is. 4 by 3. Then in place of t I have to write 2. It becomes 2 cube. 2 cube. This is upper limit minus the lower limit. So minus and here it becomes minus into minus plus. So this term will be negative, this term will be positive. So in place of t, I have to write root 2. So here minus 2 by 5 root 2 to the power 5, minus into minus it becomes plus 4 by 3, then root 2 to the power 3, root 2 to the power 3. Let us simplify this now. I, which is equals to 2 by 5 into 2 raised to 5 will be 32, then minus 4 by 3, then 2 raised to 3 will be 8, then minus, so here 2 by 5 I will be writing it as it is, then root 2 to the power 5, that means you have to multiply root 2 5 times. So root 2 into root 2 will be 2, and then again root 2 into root 2, that will be 2. See here, root 2 into root 2 into root 2 into root 2 into root 2. So these two will give us 2, and again these two will give us 2. So 2 into 2, it is 4. 4 times root 2. So here I can write 4 times root 2 plus 4 by 3. Then we have to multiply root 2 3 times. So take only these 3. So this has to be 2. 2 times root 2. So it becomes 2 times root 2. So let us simplify this further. I, which is equals to, so what do we get now? 32 into 2 will be 64 divided by 5, then minus 8 into 4 it is 32 divided by 3, then minus 2 into 4 it is 8 times root 2 divided by 5, then plus 4 into 2 it is 8, 8 into root 2 divided by 3. So now what will be the LCM of 3 and 5? It will be 15. I, which is equals to 15. So here 5 3 is a 3, 5 is a 5, 3 is a, then 3, 5 is a. So now 64 into 3. So how much you get now? 64 into 3, 192. So I write 192, then minus 32 into 5. So how much you get? 32 into 5 will be 10, then 160. So it becomes 160, then minus 8 into 3, it is 24 into root 2, then plus 8 into 5, it is 40 into root 2. So now see here, we have to subtract 160 from 192. So how much we get? So see here, 192 minus 160, we get 32. So I, which is equals to 32, then see here you have root 2 common, then 40 minus 24 will be 16 plus 16 root 2 divided by 15. So whole divided by 15. Again in these two terms we can take 16 as a common term. I, which is equals to, so here I can take 16 common, we get 2 plus root 2 divided by 15, and in this if we take root 2 common, I, which is equals to 16 into root 2, then here this can be written as root 2 plus 1 divided by 15. So this is the answer for the fourth problem. So pause the video to note it down. Well, take the sixth as an assignment. So I'll be solving the seventh one. It is integral minus 1 to 1 dx upon x square plus 2x plus 5. So let us take this as I. I which is equals to integral minus 1 to plus 1 dx upon x square plus 2x plus 5, x square plus 2x plus 5. So I which is equals to integral minus 1 to plus 1 dx upon x square plus 2x. This 5 can be written as 1 plus 4. So it is 1 plus 4. 1 plus 4. So now I which is equals to integral minus 1 to plus 1, then dx upon this can be written as x plus 1 the whole square. So it is x plus 1 the whole square plus 4 can be written as 2 square. Now we have to go for the substitution. Put x plus 1 which is equals to t. Put x plus 1, this is equals to t. Now differentiate both the sides. Derivative of x will be 1 and derivative of 1 will be 0. So 1 plus 0 it is 1, which is equals to dt by dx. I take dx to the LHS. dx which is equals to dt. Now we will have to change the limits as well. So now when x equal to minus 1, when x is equals to minus 1, what happens to t? See here, minus 1 plus 1 becomes 0. So t becomes 0. Now when x equal to plus 1, so here when x is equals to plus 1, so 1 plus 1 will be 2. So t which is equals to 2. So now, so based on this we have to rewrite the integral. I which is equals to, what are the new limits now? 0 to 2, it is 0 to 2, then dx is replaced by dt, then divided by x plus 1, that is nothing but t, we get t square. So t square plus 2 square, t square plus 2 square. This is in the form of integration dx by x square plus a square. So the answer will be 1 by a tan inverse x by a. So here I which is equals to 1 by a, that is 1 by 2 tan inverse t by a, that is 2. Here the value of a it is 2. Then apply the limits here, 0 to 2. So 1 by 2 is a constant, that is why I am writing it outside. Then I which is equals to 1 by 2, write it outside, then upper limit minus the lower limit. In place of t we have to write 2. So 2 by 2 will be 1. So tan inverse 1 minus, in place of t you write 0. 0 by 2 it is 0. So we get tan inverse 0. Tan inverse 0. Then I which is equals to 1 by 2, then inside the bracket tan inverse 1 it is pi by 4. Pi by 4, then minus 0. Pi by 4 minus 0 will be pi by 4. Then here we have 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into pi by 4 will be pi by 8. These two will be multiplied. I which is equals to pi divided by 8. So this is the final answer for the 7th problem. So pause the video to note it down. Well, the 8th problem, it is integral 1 to 2, then 1 by x minus 1 by 2x square into e power 2x dx. So let us take this as I, and after that we will have to go for the substitution. So I which is equals to integral 1 to 2, then 1 by x minus 1 by 2x square, 1 by x minus 1 by 2x square into e power 2x dx. So now put 2x which is equals to t, put 2x which is equals to t. Now differentiate both the sides with respect to x. So here we get 2 dx which is equals to dt. Now we need only dx. So dx which is equals to dt by 2. Dx is equals to dt by 2. So now let us change the limits as well. When x which is equals to 1, when x equal to 1, t equal to 2. So we get t which is equals to 2. Then when x equal to 2, 2 into 2 it becomes 4. When x equal to 2, t value becomes 4. T value becomes 4. So now rewrite the integral. So from this, what is the value of x? X which is equals to t by 2. X equal to t by 2. I which is equals to integral, the new limits are 2 to 4. 2 to 4, 1 by x here. So x is equals to t by 2. 1 by x means we have to take up the reciprocal. It becomes 2 by t. 2 by t minus here 1 by 2, write it as it is. 1 by 2, I write it as it is. Then we have 1 by x square. So 1 by x will be 2 by t. 1 by x square will be 2 by t square into 2 divided by t the whole square. 2 by t the whole square. Then close the bracket, e power t, e raised to t, because 2x is t now, into dx will be dt by 2. dt divided by 2. So now see here, I which is equals to 1 by 2, I will be writing it outside. Then integral, this 1 by 2 I am writing it outside. Then integral e raised to t, I will be writing in the beginning, e raised to t. Then now see here, simplify this, 2 by t minus 1 by 2 will write it as it is, into 2 by t the whole square becomes 2 square divided by t square. 2 square will be 4. 4 divided by t square into dt. So here I which is equals to 1 by 2 integral e power t into 2 by, we have to write the limits, 2 to 4, and then here it is 2 to 4. So 2 by t minus 2 ones are 2 2s are. So we get minus 2 divided by t square. Minus 2 divided by t square, then dt. So now see here, now I multiply this 1 by 2 with the first term as well as with the second term. I which is equals to integral 2 to 4 e power t. Then inside the bracket, if you multiply this 1 by 2 inside 2 and 2, in the both cases the 2 get cancelled. We have 1 by t minus 1 by t square into dt. So here I can write this as plus, and here I can write minus sign. So now this is in the form of integration of minus. So this is in the form of integral e raised to x into f of x plus f dash of x dx. See here, we know that integral e power x into f of x plus f dash of x dx, which is equals to e power x into f of x plus c plus c, and since it is a definite integral we should not write plus c, so I have to make use of this formula now. I which is equals to, so here e raised to x means here the variable is t, so I can write e raised to t into f of x, here it is f of t, that is 1 by t, 1 by t, then apply the limit 2 to 4, so I consider the limits as 2 to 4. So in the next step, upper limit minus the lower limit, I which is equals to, upper limit it is 4, so we get e raised to 4, e raised to 4 into, see here, into 1 by t, that is 1 by 4, 1 by 4 is nothing but e raised to 4 by 4, then minus, in place of t I have to write 2, e square divided by 2, e raised to 2 divided by 2, so take up the LCM now, I which is equals to, the LCM is going to be 4, we get e power 4 minus 2 times e square, so here in the numerator I can take e square common, e raised to 2 as a common term, we get e square minus 2 divided by 4. This is the answer for the 8th problem. Well, the 9th question, it is a multiple choice question. The value of the integral, so 1 by 3 to 1 x minus x cube whole raised to 1 by 3 divided by x to the power 4 dx is, the four options are 6, 0, 3, 4. So let us simplify this now. So I'll be taking this as I which is equals to integral 1 by 3 to 1 by 3 to 1, then x minus x cube whole raised to 1 by 3 divided by x to the power 4 dx, divided by x to the power 4, it is dx. So now in these two terms I take x cube common, so see here, I which is equals to integral 1 by 3 to 1, then in the numerator I take x cube common. So if we take x cube common, here we get 1 by x square, 1 by x square minus 1, 1 by x square minus 1, then whole to the power 1 by 3, then divided by x to the power 4 dx. See here, if you multiply this with these two terms, we get back the previous term, x cube into 1 by x square. So after simplifying we get x, then x cube into minus 1 will be minus x cube. Now this 1 by 3 applies to the first term as well as to the second term. It is in the form of ab whole raised to m. This is a, this is b whole raised to m. ab whole raised to m is nothing but a raised to m into b raised to m. So now I which is equals to integral 1 by 3 to 1, then x cube whole to the power 1 by 3, then here we have 1 by x square minus 1 whole to the power 1 by 3, then divided by x to the power 4 dx. So now this 3 and this 3 get cancels, we have only x in the numerator, x and here one x get cancels, we get x cube in the denominator. I which is equals to integral 1 by 3 to 1, then what do we have now, 1 by x square minus 1 whole to the power 1 by 3, then divided by x cube dx. So after simplification, 1x get cancels now. Now let us go for the substitution. 1 by x square minus 1, I take it as t. So here put 1 by x square minus 1, which is equals to t. Now differentiate both the sides with respect to x. So what do we get now? What is the derivative of 1 by x square? It is minus 2 divided by x cube. Minus 2 by x cube. Then this will be 0, which is equals to dt by dx. But we need dx by x cube. We need dx by x cube. I take dx to the LHS. Dx by x cube, which is equals to, take minus 2 to the RHS, it becomes minus dt by 2. Minus dt by 2. Now we have to change the limits as well. So now when x, which is equals to 1 by 3, when x equal to 1 by 3, in place of x I have to write 1 by 3. 1 divided by 1 by 3 square, that will be 1 by 9. 1 divided by 1 by 9 will be 9. It goes to the numerator. 9 minus 1, it is 8. So t, which is equals to 8. Then now when x equal to 1, so 1 by 1, that is 1. 1 minus 1, it is 0. So when x is 1, t becomes 0. T becomes 0. We have to rewrite the integral. So I, which is equals to integral, what are the limits now? 8 to 0. 8 to 0. Then 1 by x square minus 1 is going to be t. It becomes t raised to 1 by 3. Then into dx by x cube will be minus dt by 2. Will be minus dt by 2. So now in the next step I take minus 1 by 2 outside the integral, as it is a constant. So now I, which is equals to minus 1 by 2 outside. Then we have 8 to 0 t raised to 1 by 3 into dt. So write minus 1 by 2 as it is. Minus 1 by 2. Then integration of t raised to 1 by 3 will be t raised to 1 by 3 plus 1 divided by 1 by 3 plus 1. 1 by 3 plus 1 will be, see here, 1 by 3 plus 1 will be 4 by 3. So here into 3 by 4, t raised to 4 by 3, then apply the limits, 8 to 0. So now I, which is equals to minus 1 into 3, it is minus 3 divided by 8. Then upper limit minus the lower limit. Upper limit it is 0. Then minus the lower limit, 8 to the power 4 by 3. 8 to the power 4 by 3. So now I, which is equals to minus 3 by 8. Then inside the bracket, so 0 minus 8 raised to 4 by 3 will be minus 8 raised to 4 by 3. Minus 8 can be written as 2 cube whole power 4 by 3. So now 3 and 3 get cancels. Minus into minus, it is plus. I, which is equals to 3 by 8 into 2 raised to 4 will be 16. So now 8 ones are 8 twos are 2 into 3, it is 6. I, which is equals to 6. So search for the option now. It is the option A. Hence option A is the correct answer. So with this we have completed the 9th problem. Take the 10th as an assignment, so that with this we have completed the exercise 7.10. So in tomorrow's class we'll start with the properties of definite integrals. Well, the 5th problem, it is integral 0 to pi by 2 sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x dx. So let us take this as I, which is equals to integral 0 to pi by 2 sin x divided by 1 plus cos square x dx. 1 plus cos square x dx. So now take cos x as t. Put cos x which is equals to t. Now differentiate both the sides. Minus sin x which is equals to dt by dx. Minus sin x which is equals to dt by dx. But here we need only sin x dx. So I will be taking minus to the RHS. Sin x dx which is equals to minus dt. Now we have to change the limits as well. When x equal to 0, when x is 0, what happens to t? Cos 0, that will be 1. Cos 0 it is 1. Then when x equal to pi by 2, then t which is equals to, so here in place of x you write pi by 2, cos pi by 2, that will be 0. So now we have to rewrite the integral. I which is equals to integral, what is the lower limit? It is 1 to 0. So now 1 to 0, then sin x dx is minus dt. Minus dt divided by 1 plus t square. 1 plus t square. So now it is integration of dt by 1 plus t square. It is a tan inverse t. So I can write this as tan inverse. Well, let us integrate this now. Integration of dt by 1 plus t square will be tan inverse t, and here we have the minus sign. So I which is equals to minus, I will be writing it outside. Then tan inverse t, apply the limit here 1 to 0. Then upper limit minus the lower limit. I which is equals to minus, then tan inverse 0 minus tan inverse 1. Minus tan inverse 1. So now I which is equals to minus, I will be writing it outside. Tan inverse 0, it is 0. 0 minus pi by 4. So tan inverse 1, it is pi by 4. So now 0 minus pi by 4, it is minus pi by 4, and outside you have minus sign. So we get plus pi by 4. I which is equals to pi by 4. So this is the answer for the fifth problem.